Okay. So then how does the application process work? I mean, also the thing is because I was also kind of wondering about. I don't have necessarily any experience in the electrician trade, but it's something that I've always like wanted to do. Is there a place? Do you guys at the hall like start as a helper before you apply for apprenticeship, or like how does that process work?
So what you're gonna do is we're gonna send you the information for the apprenticeship. Apply there. After you get the interview, give us a call back, and then we'll see if we can get you in as what's called a CW2, which is a construction worker two, which is like a helper kind of thing, you know.
Okay.
Um, and you can do that until you start school. Now, if you get accepted into your apprenticeship, fantastic. But if you don't get into the apprenticeship, that's okay too. You can still come in as a CW2 and start working your way up through there.
Just thinking like down the road, obviously like I don't have any experience in it right now. As far as like, do I need any other kind of training or certifications or like tools before I get started in it, or what would I need? Just kind of something so I could jot that down and so I can invest either some time or money before I get into it.
Yeah, no, I mean, the good thing about the apprenticeships is that they'll put you through all of that, right? So they'll put you through your OSHA 10, they'll put you through, whatever classes are required, any safety classes and stuff like that. So, I mean, the whole apprenticeship is geared towards people that have zero experience in construction, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And so you're as long as, like I said, apply for the apprenticeship. If you get accepted, it's going to be as simple as like they're going to go over like what does each tool do, right? Like what's a screwdriver, a Phillips tip, you know what I mean? Like they're going to go over everything, bro. The
Okay.
first year is really basic, and they do it that way so that way nobody gets left behind, you know? I
I
mean,
see.
you and me might know what channel locks are, but that doesn't mean everybody does, you know?
True. Okay. Yeah. Because I have that basic knowledge. You know what I mean? Being able to read a tape measure and swing a hammer and all that kind of stuff. Work construction for the last couple of years, but yeah, as far as like electrical theory and things like that go, obviously I have no idea. So
No, yeah, that's what the apprenticeship's for, brother.
okay, and then also one last question. I was also kind of wondering for some apprenticeships, there like in the application process, there's an aptitude test. Is there an aptitude test for you guys?
Yeah, there is. And
Okay.
right now, I'd be lying if I told you if it was pass or fail or not. Last I heard, it wasn't pass or fail. It was more like a ranking system where they
Okay.
would rank you against other people. But I'm not entirely sure if that's accurate anymore. It may be pass or fail. So I would go and start redoing your basic stuff, your math and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, so I'm assuming just like probably basic algebra. I can't imagine it'd be anything too difficult, right? I mean,
Yeah, your basic algebra, some trigonometry, like your hypotenuse stuff,
okay.
a squared plus b squared kind of stuff. Once you start getting really into the depths of electrical, there is some physics involved. You're doing like mathematical calculations for voltage, resistance. You're doing a lot of code book work, and on top of that too, once you start getting into different voltages and how those voltages are affected by different transformers and everything else. It gets pretty deep once you start getting into the physics of it and what exactly is electricity, how it's created, why it's 120 volts, why it's 277, and the math required before that. You know what I mean? So it will get a little intense. It'll get a little heavy in the math section. But if you got your basic math done, you'd be good. I mean, if I could pass it, you could pass it, bro. You know what I mean? I think we're all. I mean, honestly, like we're all in construction because we decided that we weren't going to be surgeons. You know what I mean? And
Right.
yeah, so it's like if I can do it, if that's salty old journeyman wireman can do it, you can do it too, brother.
Okay, yeah, that I was just wondering because I was another person guy I talked to a while back. He was talking about a different a union apprenticeship, and he was saying that a lot of guys struggle to pass the aptitude test, which was unfortunate because like a lot of guys like us, we like to go to the trades because we're not very good at schoolwork, but we can do things with our hands. We can build things. So I was just kind of worried about that aspect of it. Like crap, I'd love to get into the trade, but if I'm going to be held back because of an aptitude test because I'm not good at taking a quote unquote a test, you know what I mean? I just could be better prepared for it the best I could, you know what I mean? If I could just
Yeah,
practice.
and that's okay. Either way, man. Either way, once you start trying to get it, once you start trying to get, if you really want to make it happen, it'll happen, dude. Because even if you don't pass the aptitude test, and even if you don't get accepted to the formal apprenticeship, you can still take the apprenticeship classes without being a formal apprentice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, even if you don't get accepted, you can still sign up for the classes, and you won't be quote unquote formally accepted, but you should be able to still take classes, and you'll be sitting right next to the regular apprentices. And the only difference is that the apprenticeship has decided, you know what I mean? They're not, they're not indenturing you or whatever the case is. But by the time you hit the second semester, you're already in it and you're passing your classes, you show up, you don't have any problems, no drug problems or nothing. There's no reason why they shouldn't just, accept you right into it. But I've seen people that taken classes like next to me, and I mean, people that were in the apprenticeship with me, I didn't realize they weren't apprentices, you know what I mean? But
I
they're
see.
taking the classes right next to me, and when they graduated the same way I did. Became journeyman. So there's, like I said, just get the ball rolling, dude. If it's something you want to make it, if it's something you want, don't get discouraged. You know what I mean? Here's the way I put it, man. Failure is only failure if you accept it. You know what I mean? If you keep trying, you're not failing. You might fail to get into it this round, but that doesn't mean that you failed in the long term, right? I mean, let's say you apply for the apprenticeship, you don't get accepted, then there's, then you just got to keep trying, bro. Like it's only failure if you accept it. If you don't accept failure and you keep working towards it, then that's all it is. You just keep working towards a bigger goal. I know guys that it took a long time for them to figure it out. It took them a long time to get it past. I know guys that are having issues here and there, but you know what I mean? They got through it, and so can you, bro. So don't.
Hey brother, you got me amped up. You got me motivated now.
Bro, this thing, I'm being honest, man. This thing changed my life. This thing changed my life for the better. I bought my house when I was like a third-year apprentice, and then I bought my second house. Now I'm getting on my third one. My wife is pregnant. We haven't paid like a dime out of pocket for any health insurance. I have prescription shades. I got prescription everything, and it's all covered. I mean, my prescription glasses, they cost me a little bit, but I mean, compared with what I would have paid without having it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the benefits, dude, and the stuff I'm learning, the stuff I know now, you can drop me anywhere in the United States. Me and any of my other coworkers, any of my other electrician buddies, dude, anybody that's a journeyman wireman that's been through this apprenticeship, you get me, you get him, you trust us in any building, anywhere in the United States, man, from the ground up, and I'll be able to run it, dude. I'll be able to go and put lights, power, hospitals, data centers, nuclear power plants. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're a journeyman wireman, then you'll be able to what's what I'm looking for. The scope of your abilities is unmatched in the industry, man. Like I said, just keep working at it, brother. Just keep working at it. If it's something you want to do, just get it done. I know guys that it took them a while, but once it's all said and done, dude, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I know a lot of people agree.
Okay,